Okay, we're sitting here with Fishkin from MOZ in Hamburg at the online marketing Rockstars. And Rand, maybe you can just start with a very short introduction into what's MOZ doing.
Sure. So MOZ is primarily a software company. We focus on making software to help web marketers understand and improve inbound marketing channels like SEO and social media and content marketing. But along with our software, we also produce a phenomenal amount of content and research around what's going on with the search engines, with Google and with Bing, but also what's going on in the broader web ecosystem around social sites like Twitter and Facebook and Google+. And we try and help marketers best understand what they should be doing, how they can help themselves and the brands they work with.
Okay. At your speech you were already talking about social signals and that Google is saying they don't have an impact, but you say they have an impact?
Yeah.
So what kind of impact do they have for the SEO strategy or the content strategy of a company?
So this is a tough it's a tough issue, right? So Google says we don't directly use in our ranking algorithms signals from Twitter and Facebook and other social sites, LinkedIn and those kinds of things. But that being said, what you see, generally speaking, in the world of SEO is that many things that rank highly also perform very well in social media. And so that as a marketer, our job is to take that information and translate what's going on. And in my opinion, and the opinion of a lot of smart marketers, what's happening is Google is measuring other kinds of signals, right? Other things that are impacting the results indirectly that come from social media. I'll give you an example. So there's a piece of content that you like very much, let's say around tennis shoes, and I think these are Adidas. Yeah. So you've got some cool Adidas tennis shoes. You share that page on social media. Google is likely not seeing that share as directly impacting their rankings, but they see other things, right? They see links that are being created by people who saw your share. They see people talking about that page. They might see traffic activity to that page, user and usage data signals, and those things go into their ranking algorithm, which then makes that Adidas page outrank Nike and Reebok and those sorts of things. So indirect, not direct, but still very important.
So Facebook is for conversation with people and Google is for generating leads for companies. Are we seeing a change how companies are generating leads? Is Google still the most important factor?
Google and Facebook and all forms of social media are both important to the lead generation process. I think social is where demand gets created and people see things for the first time, and Google is essentially connecting them with that information directly once they're ready to make a transaction.
So from a branding perspective, marketing is becoming more and more important, especially the content of the marketing. So how can we measure success on Google beyond links and our search results?
Yeah, Google has actually made tracking your success much harder in the last 6 months to a year. A lot of that is because they've removed keyword data. So keyword referral data, which was passing through to websites, is now gone. This means, in my opinion, we need to track some other things. We need to be tracking our rankings, which many SEOs have been doing in the past, but we need to keep doing that. We need to be tracking search visits to different pages, which pages are receiving traffic, and the performance based on which pages people landed on to make sure that there's success from the query's intent to what the page delivers.
So is this also one of your big search SEO trends, or are there different trends in the US and maybe some of them are coming over to Germany in the future?
Yeah, I would certainly say that keyword not provided and the lack of keyword data is a big trend both in the US and worldwide. But I also think we're seeing a number of other trends that are fairly interesting. One is Google cannibalizing, self-cannibalizing a lot of the search traffic, right? So you see results. I showed, for example, on stage, a search for Germany Olympic medals. And you can see that Google is answering that result with essentially a box of data showing exactly how many medals in which events Germany's won across all of the Winter Olympics. And nobody's getting traffic from that search query anymore except Google themselves. So this is a big trend we're seeing, and that means that brands and marketers have to pay significant attention to what's going on in their search results. Another big trend that we're seeing, Google cracking down much more harshly in the last year, 2 years on link building networks and schemes, manipulation, than they ever did before. I think that part of that is very healthy, but it's also changing a lot of the practices that SEOs are used to.
So last question would be about your company MOZ. Do you have any plans for the European or the German market?
Well, so right now it's interesting. MOZ is actually, I believe Germany is our most, we have the highest number of customers from Germany in any non-English language country. So I think a lot of Germans speak English very well, and so we don't do a ton of translation or localization. That being said, we are making significant efforts the end of this year towards improving our link graph and our coverage of both German search results and the European market more widely.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks.